At 6 years old, I was living in Jamaica, and a neighbor came over and said, oh, they used to see me kind of shadow boxing in the garden. And he said, there's something I have that you'd be quite interested in watching. So I went over, watched VHS at the time, and it turned out to be Fist of Fury, Bruce Lee film. I remember just being literally stuck to the spot for the entire movie, completely impressed and just in awe of what I saw. After that film, he showed me a second one, which turned out to be a documentary of a master. I remember just this old man, white beard, white hair, who I now think was the master of aikido, which is Master Morihei Ueshiba. And he was pinning 3 people or controlling 3 people at the same time. And I remember thinking the power that he possessed must be amazing, must be an amazing feeling, and I wanted to have that power.
You're then going to practice moving from this position. So now we're going to go striking 1, striking 2, striking 3.
So once I got my foundation in karate, kung fu, weapons training, etc., I then had to look deeper in myself and realize that some of these styles, they weren't suited for me as an individual, and they definitely didn't fulfill me. So that's when I started the journey of finding out who I was and how my body wanted to move, and finding a more natural way to do things. And that's what led me on the journey of developing the MD system.
1-2 punch, boom, boom, bang. See, again.
We focus on the individual. So that means if you have a particular strength based on your physical development, your height, your low center of gravity, the width, your weight, etc., then we teach you according to your strengths. The things that you're not good at, we work around that as well. We make sure we develop them. But each person, even mentally, has a different outlook on combat. Some people are naturally quite ferocious. Some people are very passive. So the system caters for all those individuals. The most important thing is that we are on a journey of self-discovery, and the MD system is a way of finding out what your potential is without any limitations. Without discipline, respect, and loyalty, and of course dedication, you're not doing martial arts. So it's an empty vase, if you like. If you're just punching and kicking, that's not martial arts. It's deeper, it's an internal aspect. And the things that bring it together is what we refer to as code. And that's a martial arts code, which the Japanese normally call Bushido. So you conduct yourself a certain way, which is etiquette, respect, bowing when you enter the dojo, bowing when you leave, always being respectful to your teacher or teachers, and always respectful to each other. So every time you would train with a new partner, you would bow to them at the beginning, and you would bow to them at the end as a way of saying, thank you for training with me. It's a very mutual respect all around. And as I said, if you take that respect away from martial arts or your training, you're an empty vessel, you have nothing, and you may as well be doing aerobics. I personally believe that a fight should last 5 seconds from the moment your enemy moves or from the moment you move. And once first contact is made, so obviously you can have a scenario where the person moves away from you or is even avoiding or running from you. But once contact is made, they make contact with you, you make contact with them, 5 seconds from that moment, the fight should be over. And to me, this is the difference between sport martial arts or martial arts with rules and no rules. MD is 100% born on the street. And it's about street effectiveness. It should not go beyond 5 seconds.
Okay, so from here. Always comes in and one here and here, okay? Remember, we can mix that from folding, hitting, elbows, headbutt, into the throws, and finishing the strikes as well.
I would be lying if I said there wasn't an enjoyment in terms of physical combat or physical contact. So I'm old school, and that means that it's not just about forms and cutters and set movements. To really assess your ability, the thing that we stress in the MD system is there must be contact in every aspect. This is the only way you can truly attest to whether you are of a level, you can truly protect yourself, or your art form is effective. So for me, the fact that you are constantly striving to perfect yourself, and obviously you have opponents who feel they are better than you, there's only one way to find out. So I enjoy the combat, I enjoy the competition, and I enjoy proving other people wrong. Once I started martial arts, I realized the love I had for it and the depth and the level I wanted to achieve. So legacy is about being remembered as one of the greatest martial artists of all time. That's a tall order, I appreciate. But all I can do is continue to grow as a teacher, as a martial artist, as a fighter. And I know that the people who have fought me in the past, maybe now and in the future, they will be able to attest and say that essentially this person was one of the best they've ever seen or ever fought against. So my plan is to be remembered as such, to leave behind extremely proficient and skillful martial arts students who also will become instructors one day, and as much material regarding books and things that I write regularly. I'm heavily into philosophy and writing books on my system and poetry, etc. Just a big or large body of work I want to leave behind, and for me that's legacy, so that what I've worked on for my whole life will be remembered.